Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Force with some more Albion Online. Do you notice anything different, Yes, indeed, I have a horse. A horse has now returned to us. It's been since the first episode, since I've actually had one of these. After the first episode, I died. I lost everything I had, including the horse that was part of my founder's pack or whatever, and I haven't retrieved it until now. What is this, episode number 6? This is ridiculous. I don't think I quite understood exactly how important and how helpful this thing was going to be. Number one, it drops my it increases the amount of weight I can carry. So notice I'm at 26 carrying capacity right now. When I jump on my mount, it goes down to 17. So this means I can get stuff and carry a lot more from a far distance. It also allows me to move quickly across large distances with a passive 50% increase while I'm on the mount. And it's awesome. I'm so stoked that we have this. Now, I've kind of decided we're getting close to the end of the series here, and I did want to show you PvP, so I thought, why don't we make this episode a preparation to the big conclusion of PvP battles, which I just assume is going to end up with my demise. Now, up until this point, everything that we've been doing has been in service of getting up for the tier gear, increasing our tier stuff. So I've got all the tier 3 armor right here. I now have the tier 3 gathering materials, which allows me to get tier 4 resources so that we can make and repair the tier 4 armor and weapons. I also actually have a tier 4 bag here. Very, very nice. I mean, this thing is, it's right now the highest carrying capacity bag that I have, so it means I can carry a lot more weight at any given time. But what I want to do is I want to take everything that we have right now, and I want to make an adventure. Up until this point, again, we've been sort of sticking around here, going to places like Ironwood. The furthest we've ventured out is over here into Tanner's Cove. But what I want to do is make a trip with everything I have and go to Iron Gate. Now, Iron Gate is right next to the PvP location. Specifically, my guild territories, the Guardians, which is the guild that I'm a part of here. You notice we've got 2 guild territories right here. And these are the PvP zones. These are different guilds that are like fighting off against each other. They're having various engagements. In fact, it looks like my guild is prepping to engage with battle against the Crusaders. So it looks like this is something that's about to happen, and I believe we can defeat them and take them over. And I think that is going to be, well, it's going to be awesome. So I want to take part in all this PvP stuff. I want to show it to you, but first I need to relocate myself from the Queen's Market over here to Iron Gate. Iron Gate is just a major city here, and it's got a whole bunch of player-owned buildings. In fact, all of the major cities, I guess, besides Queen Market, all of the major cities are fully player-built. So all of the different shops and everything are all player-owned. So we can go to different player shops, and they might tax us different amounts to use their things, whatever. So I'll be looking for the Walmart version of my crafting materials. But yeah, in order to do that, what we're going to need, we just got this horse, but what we're actually going to need is a Journeyman's Ox, and I do happen to have the materials. In fact, I gathered a crap ton of materials. I recently had to use up a bunch to repair some stuff because I died, but I still have enough to be able to make my ox. You can see I've sort of separated it. We've got the different tier materials, tier 2, tier 3 here. I've got the gems just over here because there's no tier 1 cloth for me to worry about. So, and then we've got some more stuff. Here's all my backup stuff. So that's all my tier 3 tools that I replaced. I've got a bunch of backup bags and even some backup armor sets and things like that. So what we need for the ox is the leather and a bunch of wood. I don't know the explanation for this. I'm not actually building an ox here or anything, but I think it's probably just that I'm building the saddles or whatever is necessary for them. Okay, so I can make the Journeyman's Ox. So we're going to go ahead and craft this, and you can choose between using the silver or the gold. Since I've got gold from the Founder's Pack thing, I'm just going to use that up because why the heck not? I mean, might as well save the silver because silver is going to be used to trade and purchase things on the marketplace. So I would rather hold on to that specific currency for dealing with trade with other players and stuff. So once we have the ox now, this is going to drastically cut back our carrying capacity. So notice I'll switch this up. So notice right now it says we're at 109%. When I do the ox, it drops down to 16. I can carry so much with the ox. Now the ox doesn't move quicker, I don't believe. In fact, yeah, movement speed is reduced by 20%, but physical armor and magical armor increased, and your carrying capacity is increased drastically. So the reason we need the Ox is because he is going to be required for us to take a whole bunch of our stuff, which I really just kind of want to take everything. Maybe I'll just focus on the tier 2 and tier 3 stuff, but notice just how much more my carrying capacity is. It's insane. I could probably leave the tier 1 stuff here because I don't need any of this tier 1. Well, this stuff is for crafting. That stuff I'm gonna need no matter what. So, and we actually are pretty much out of room here. So maybe I just leave all of this back. Well, let me take this and let me take a single backup bag. And I can probably just leave all this stuff in Queen's Market. I don't think I necessarily need it, but everything that we have here, this is all pretty vital stuff that I'm gonna want to hold on to. So we're gonna make the trip, and I can always come back and make a second trip like off camera. But we're gonna make this long journey together, and yeah, because I can just come back and get this stuff at any time. Yeah, so that's fine. We're just gonna leave that here, and let's venture forth now. What's the best route to take? We can go Queen's Market north to Greenbrook, and then that's gonna, I'd have to like loop through there, which is gonna be kind of a hassle. Or I could just go up into Miners Bay and go that way. Going southeast of Queen's Market would bring me here into Iron Gate. I guess either one's probably just the same. So let's go ahead and do our adventure. We are heading towards what was it called? I forget. I don't even know the name of the city. I'm going on this epic adventure. I don't even know what the city is called. We're making our way towards Iron Gate, the city right next to the PvP zones where things are going to be pretty intense. I also like Iron Gate's location because it puts me closer to some of the higher tier and lesser visited resource gathering locations. So something I've actually come to realize is that whenever you mine a node or chop down a tree or skin an animal, the amount of resource it has available is dependent on the last time it was harvested. So if I go up to a tree and it is only, if I go up to this thing and I start hitting it, I can't even do it because inventory completely overload. But basically, if you go up to a tree and it's like 1 of 16 or something, that means it was just recently harvested by another player. But if you go up to a tree and it's 16 of 16, it's been a long time since any other player's been in that area. So it definitely seems trying to go to sort of the outskirts where there are a lot fewer people, that's where you're going to get the biggest yield. And Iron Gate's near some of those locations. I've had tremendous success just down over here in Dunmoreg. I've had tremendous success, probably because it's a few zones away. It's 3 zones away from Queen's Market, and I feel like there's a lot of people, especially the newer players, still at Queen's Market. So this has been a great place, and this might even be a great place as well. I haven't visited it yet, but I feel like, again, the further away you are from the largest population of players, you're going to have a much better success harvesting stuff. And where am I going? I'm going north, right? Yeah, we want to cut it north to get to there. So I can just cut through. Can cut through the woods, but this is the shortest point A to point B, but it's also the riskiest because we're gonna have to worry about not other players, but enemy NPCs and stuff like that. We're gonna have to worry about, like that guy right there, and we can't exactly do much. We are completely overburdened here, so I'm just gonna have to try to make sure we avoid aggro, and we could shorten this trip and make it hopefully as brief as possible, because once we transfer our stuff over to the next territory, then I'm gonna start going out and we're gonna begin the process of getting those tier 4 resources. And I'd also like to do a dungeon dive with you, because I have all my tier 3 stuff now, and I actually just also recently switched from the tier 3 sword that you can see here in my inventory. I switched to an axe. The axe is going to do more damage, so it looks like it's just a little. It's a less supportive, but it is more damage focused. Like I've got a single ability that does like 450 damage or something, which is insane. That's like four basic auto attack hits with the previous weapon that I had, and it's been awesome. I've been able to just pew people down very quickly with it. So I'd like to show you guys some of this stuff in action. go into some dungeon diving. And all of this, again, is going to be in service of us getting the tier 4 gear, which will then, hopefully, lead to getting the tier 4 gear, which will then hopefully lead to us being able to go into PvP and dominate. That's the goal there, right? We want to dominate in PvP. We want to obliterate. So here we are, finally, at the front doors of Iron Gates. Hello, everyone. I have returned. I know you've missed me so very much. They've never seen me before. I don't even know that there's many people here. There's a few people here. There's even some people in my guild. Those little blue dots on the map, that will show you anyone that's in my guild that's in the area. So we've got a few guildies here in the area, which is good, which is good. Nice to see some familiar faces, indeed. And after we're done this transfer, I think we will just mount up on our horsey. We're going to probably leave the ox in the bank, which the bank is located right here in the center. All of the major shop locations are right in the center. So we've got our inventory storage, we've got the marketplace, and then it's just pretty much surrounded by player-owned housing and player-owned shops, which is so cool. This game, huge focus on sort of the player-driven economy. And again, different shops will have different tax rates. They'll say, hey, you owe this much, you owe this much. I've never seen that stone. I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna have to check that out. I literally have no idea what that thing is. Not a clue. All right. Ooh, it's been a long journey, but we have finally arrived. Tier 2 and Tier 3. I will stack like this. No, that is both Tier 2. What am I doing? Tier 2 cloth. We have got our horse. He's going to stay in our bag. This is the Tier 3 leather. Tier 2 leather right here. These are crafting stuff. I guess we just put the gem right over here. Switch the cloth there. All of the gems are going down here. Here is a backup Tier 3 weapon, backup bag. And I'll keep the sword in my inventory just in case I want to switch to it at any point. And now we can get off of this dude, put him in here, do this, and there you go. So now we got not a lot of weight, and you notice how much it goes up. Yeah, having that stuff in your inventory increases it a ton. So now we've got not a lot of weight. We've got everything good to go. Everything's pretty repaired here as well. I haven't really used any of this stuff. I think I repaired it up just before the video. And we have relocated. Now there's still some stuff that I have, of course, back there at Queen's Market, but it's not a huge deal. I'm not overly concerned about it. So what would I like to do right now? Well, Dunmoreg is where I've had, again, great success with resources. Plus there's a cavern here. So how about we go there and just see what there is to see. So my quickest travel is actually just going to be south and then cut it straight southeast, and that's going to put me right in where I want to be. I'm already loving this. I'm loving the new home. Oh, I need to check out what this thing here is in the center. Let's take a brief tour around the town too. So first I'll show you the map. Click on this here. Okay, so you can see the map. This is where we're located, right by the chest. Then there's the marketplace right here. There's a stable right here. And then notice all of these shops all around. There's all these different crafting stations for the different things. So there's like weaponsmith there. So there's like, this is like melee weapon, heavy armor, this is medium armor and archery, and this is the light armor and spell stuff. And like there's different shops that are the same thing, but it's just different player-owned places. So we're gonna, let's get out of the map here. So over here we've got the marketplace. This is a player-driven market. And oops, I want to go to buy, so you can see there's a bunch of stuff, and you can filter here, so we can go to filter all, take a look at everything that's, it's primarily a lot of different resources. In fact, we can, oh wow, last time I checked for mounts there was almost none, but it looks like someone's selling mounts right now. Probably a handful of people selling mounts. You can buy the furniture, you can buy magic, I don't even know what this is, okay, staff, okay, magic weapons, and then melee weapons. Looks like most people are going for melee, at least there's more of a demand. Or there's more of a demand for magic and they've all sold out. But I have a feeling if there was a ton of demand for magic, you'd probably see more stuff in here too. Because anyone, I mean, I can craft that thing right now. I can craft a tier 3 thing. All right, so that's the marketplace. Right over here, again, I don't know what this stone is. I've never seen this before. Okay, this is just saying, I see. So this is just telling us the number of estates that are in North Iron Gate. There are 163 total estates. There are 0 unoccupied, so it's completely full. And the estimated daily tax is 79,000 silver. Holy crap. That can't be per individual, can it? That'd be insane. Oh my gosh, that'd be insane. All right, so we got Stable Master over here as well. So this is where we can do this stuff. And this is not player owned as far as I'm aware. But if we take just to take a trip around the city here, besides the central marketplace, you can see already, this is what I was talking about earlier, the place I showed you on the map. We've got the heavy armor stuff, so like build tier 4 and stuff. But notice the tax, look at that, 210% usage fee. So I wonder if I can check, I don't know where to check who owns this. Okay, owned by Josh of Endless Agony. And you can access rights to it. Only you can manage this. Okay, I don't know what that accessing rights stuff is, but you can see Josh charges a 210% usage fee. And let me check this one over here. 210%. And for this guy, 210%. So if you wanted to shop at Josh's shop, you'd have to pay 210%. Now, what about, oh, this is a basic ironsmith though. That's just a basic ironsmith. Let me see if there's any other of the same type. Okay, wait, that's that one. All right, so this is magic. So let's check the magic just behind here. You can see there's also a magic shop right here. I just want to see who owns that and how much they're charging. So I believe that's going to be right over here. There we go. Okay. So this person is charging 260%, and this one is owned by Franchi. So yeah, all these different little shop locations, and people are going to charge a different percentage depending on what they feel like, essentially. And it just seems obvious that whoever is charging the least is probably where everyone's going to go. But location matters a lot, because some people don't want to walk with their materials very far. So some people are probably going to go straight to Josh just because he's right here by the market, you know what I mean? That's just sort of what's probably going to happen a lot of times. Okay, now, we've made the trip. We've ventured forth. Let's go ahead and head down to Dunmoreg, because this is where, again, I'm going to be able to get hopefully some of my tier 4 materials. In fact, we can check right here. Yes, you can see it's a tier 1 through 3 of the wood, but we've got tier 1 through 4 of everything else, and it's all about medium in terms of its frequency. However, as I mentioned before, because this has appeared to me in my past times visiting it, it's appeared to be a spot that not a lot of other people go to, apparently. I have had great success of every node that I found. While there might be fewer nodes compared to some locations, like fewer mineral nodes, for example, or fewer trees, while there may be fewer of them present, every one of them that I found has almost been capped in terms of their available stuff. So it's so, instead of I just need to find one, for example, tier 4 mining patch, and if it's completely filled, that's better than finding like 10 single ones in an area that there's a lot, you know what I mean? It's better than finding 10 single ones than an area that's been highly populated and highly mined. So it's been great for me. The only thing I'm not gonna be able to find, though, evidently, is the tier 4 trees. So that's something I'm not gonna be able to find there. But these, I think these are tier 4 trees right here. Oh no, these are tier 1 trees. Okay, never mind. I'm a dope. I was like, wait a second, those ones don't look familiar to me. But no, that's not it. Those are tier 1 trees. There's tier 4 trees somewhere. That's not it, apparently. Alright, we're gonna head out of here. We're almost to this next location. I'm gonna try to find a bit of those mining stuff just to sort of show it to you. And then we've got a little cavern right in the center, which I'm going to want to do so I can get some currency. You can see I'm sitting just about 6,000 right now, which is good, especially since I use my gold for a lot of stuff. So, alright, so here we are now in Dunmoreg. And if I bring this up again, you can see. So we won't be able to find those tier 4 trees here, but we can find tier 4 of everything else, which tier 4 is what we're looking for, so we can upgrade from our tier 3 resources. So I'm just gonna head south, and the last time I went into this area, this is where I said, this place is the bomb, because like no one mines here. So if I wanted to, I don't necessarily, but if I wanted to mine tier 2 stuff, look at this, it's full. 16 capped. Now let's fight this dude, but I don't even want that. It's just taking up space. Let's fight this dude here. Oh, it looks like someone was actually recently farming because you can see these dead wolf corpses. So he's actually probably not going to have too much on his body. In fact, I really don't expect him to have much of it all. Yeah, he only has one because someone was just over here, as indicated by those other corpses. So someone might already be farming through this location right now. Or it doesn't have to be like that this is all of a sudden super populated, just that someone has recently been through here. So let's check this over here. Okay, can you see this? So this is, even this, look at this, 4 nodes. If you had watched any of the prior videos, anytime I've come across steel ore before, there's been 1. Every single time. So finding this single node of steel ore with 4 swings available is better than running around looking for 4 different nodes in any of the other territories that I've been to before. This discovery has really been revolutionary for me. It's so exciting to realize, hey, as long as I push out towards these more remote areas, my yield is going to be so much higher than running around in circles for all of these nodes that only have 1 swing available. But I don't really want those. This is what I'm looking for right here. This is the stuff. This is the stuff that I want. This is tier 4, the gold ore. Unfortunately, only 1. And that tells us someone was. Damn it. Unfortunately, only 1. So again, that tells us that someone has recently been into this location. But I will continue to search around, and I will continue to try to find as much of this as possible. This will likely be similar, because if someone mined that one, they probably kept going around and then hit this one as well. But that's the general idea. That's the general concept. I don't want to spend this whole video just running around showing you the process of this mining, but I sort of wanted to give you an example as to how it works and how it's all based off of. Oh, we got a little secret place here. All right, well, I was gonna go dead center here to these ruins, but we've got a little secret cavern. Why don't we investigate the secret cavern? So you're gonna see me kill things quicker than I have in the past. Well, unless these guys are tier 4. But in the past, my weapon didn't do as much damage as the one that I do have now. This thing, look at that, 462 damage. So I can show you the other weapon that I was using prior that you've seen before. I had the reduce armor, which is nice, it reduces armor, but the hit itself only did 231, and then I had hamstring for 231. I'd have to hit both those to get the damage of my Q. And then my W increases my attack speed and movement speed for 5 seconds. So the movement speed, yeah, sure, for catching up to things, but the increased attack speed is really good. This guy's got nothing. This is where he died, but there's someone in here right now. There has to be, because I haven't seen a single enemy yet. This is a cool looking cavern, though. I haven't seen one that looks like this quite yet. All right, seriously? Seriously? Someone's cleared like all of this? Oh my gosh. Let's hit my W. Again, my W gives me increased movement speed too. So now I've got 2 abilities for increased movement speed, my F and my W, with my current setup. We're gonna head to the southeastern part here. If someone is still in here clearing, hopefully they haven't cleared all of it yet. I wouldn't be too surprised if we come across someone. All right, let me check north here. Either that or like, either someone's recently cleared this or I am disconnecting from the server and just not seeing any mob spawns. Here we go. Oh, 7,000 HP. I don't know about that. I think that's a good way to die. All right, should I give it a shot though? Should I give it a shot? Yeah, fuck it, let's give it a shot. Here we go. Here we go. I mean, I've got heavy armor. These guys deal less damage to me. Nope. He still does a lot of damage to me. Run. Please de-aggro. Please de-aggro. Please de-aggro. I obviously, that's a boss guy. I obviously need more friends to help me take him out. There's no... But there's someone else that's been in this dungeon who's might still be here right now. Because there is not a single mob for me to engage with besides that boss. Oh, man. Man. I was so excited. I'm like, yeah, let's go in here, guys. It's a secret dungeon. Yeah, it's a secret dungeon with nobody in it. Here's a secret dungeon with not a single enemy to kill. I'm checking the last spot. Oh, for the love of God. Well, talk about a horrible exploration example, huh? We go into this space, someone's just completely cleared it, bone dry, with the exception of the final boss dude, who we attempt to engage, but we're unable to. And of course, as soon as we notice we're unable to, we run the heck away. Because, hey, I don't want to lose all my stuff. It's been a lot of grinding and a lot of hard work to get this stuff. I don't want to just have it straight up lost. Let's go to the big cavernous area in the middle. These catacombs. And do some exploring there. I've been enjoying this PvE aspect of this game. I'm almost I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous for the big hurrah, which will be us going into PvP. With all of this gear that I've spent at this point, I mean, you know, we've done 6 episodes, sure. This is episode number 6, and each of them is only 30 minutes long, but I have put easily twice that amount of time into this game outside of it. Just grinding resources or dying, having all my stuff blown up, and then having to get stuff to repair. Alright, so these are tier 4 NPCs. Disciple of Morgana. Please aggro me. Come over here. Come over here. I don't want your friend to come too. Yeah, let's blow you up. Look at that, my Q takes out like half of her health. Oh, it's so good. It is so good. All right, let's kill this archer too. It's just so much damage. The only thing I don't get with what I'm using right now is I don't get the mana regen, which my sword gave me. Oh, this is actually not that great of silver. The silver isn't that great. This is dangerous territory for me, to be honest with you. These are tier 4 guys, and I'm only equipped with tier 3 gear. So this is like, ooh, what's this? Nice. So this is like, yeah, kind of risking it. Kind of risking things a little bit here. But hey, if we play it safe, we can go in there, maybe pick ourselves up some silver. Oh, hello, you. So yeah, no assist melee guy. So much easier for me to just tank his damage, which is a damn good thing because all my stuff went off cooldown after getting off that mount. Be very careful when around lots of enemies, because when you mount up, as soon as you get dismounted, you basically can't use your stuff for a good chunk of whatever fight you're about to get into. I think there's a caster right next to him. I almost walked into 2 of them. All right, there's one guy. I think I just aggroed him though. Yes, I did. Perfect. So we're gonna rage to get increased attack speed and just let that auto attack go while that's up. And then we can hit our Q for some extra burst damage. Heal ourselves up a little bit. Bam. Morgana Footman is defeated. Yeah, I probably shouldn't be here though. You know, last time I said this too. It did not go well. Last time I was in an area where I was like, I shouldn't be here. And I stayed there. It was bad. It was really bad. So I don't know what I'm still doing here. Other than risking death. I do know that. I'm well aware that I'm risking death. Ooh, he dropped some gear too. Yeah, maybe it's just the higher tier of stuff. For a long time, I like never saw anything but, look at that. So the way it works with resources also works with NPCs. The longer it's been since someone has killed an NPC, the more silver you're gonna get as a result. Someone told me if you go to some really remote areas, you can potentially get like thousands of silver from a single boss mob or something. That's insane. I believe it now that I sort of understand how the system functions, but that's insane. That is absolutely insane to me. Morgana Footman. You dead yet? Thank you. And another, look at this. You see what I'm talking about? So much. 73 silver. So it's been a while since anyone has fought these. We're getting a lot. Compared to like the average of like 15 to 20 that I get in any of those areas that I go to that are generally populated. This is so much more. It has been a while since people have been farming this area. it's a dangerous spot, so I guess I understand why. There's a lot of people around here that I could just accidentally body aggro. And the thing is, if you're at any point, if you take on one more guy than you reasonably should, that one extra person will kill you. Let me run, because I'm not interested in fighting him too right now. I'm not all that interested in that. There are so many dudes here. Hello. Let's fight you. I've got my increased attack speed. Yeah, so my game plan from this point forward is going to be farm up, get some of that tier 4 gear, and we have already relocated to Iron Gate, so we're there. A majority of our stuff's there. I'm going to transfer the rest of that stuff off camera. I'm going to farm up, do what I can, see if I can maybe even get some help to get some of that tier 4 stuff, because the tier 4 resources are so much harder to find. But, you know, actually, maybe I could just have someone show me where to farm that stuff, too. That'd be fantastic. But that's going to be the game plan. We're going to farm some stuff up, get the tier 4 things that we need, and then it will be time to engage in PvP. Again, we've got my territory, my guild's territory here, and PvP takes place in these areas. PvP takes place over here too. Look at that, just hardcore PvP all the time. And as far as I know, the PvP areas also have the higher tier resources. So that's the other thing. Like, I'm gonna wanna get in this tier 4 stuff. It's gonna be, all of this has progressed up to the point where I'm gonna have to leave the safe zones now. I can't be sitting behind my safety zone and not having to worry about other people and PvP. If I want to get this tier 4 stuff going, I'm gonna have to risk my neck, and I think that's what we're gonna do in the next episode. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Once again, this whole series is part of a promotional deal with Albion Online. If you guys are interested in anything that you've seen, you can go ahead and take a look at the game through the referral link in the video description. I thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the content. I will see you soon. Have a great afternoon. See you guys tomorrow. Keep watching and keep owning. All right, crossbowmen. The only thing that comes between me and that gold ore is you, so you must die. Yes. What do you have for me? Some silver, not much. Oh, what's this? Yeah, some more of these things, great. Give me the gold. Oh, so much gold, this is what I'm talking about, look at this. 1 node, 6 ore, thank you very much.